Tiffany Stratton viciously attacks Charlotte Flair backstage, SmackDown highlights. Welcome back to the channel, wrestling fans. Tonight's episode of SmackDown was filled with chaos, emotion, and absolute shock. Just when fans thought the women's division couldn't get any more heated, Tiffany Stratton, the self-proclaimed center of the universe, crossed a line that sent shockwaves through the WWE Universe. In one of the most brutal backstage assaults we've seen in recent memory, Tiffany launched a vicious and personal attack on the Queen herself, Charlotte Flair, leaving her battered, unconscious, and rushed out of the arena in a stretcher. This wasn't just about titles. This was personal, this was territorial, and the aftermath, it could change the entire landscape of SmackDown. Stick around as we break down exactly what happened, what led up to the shocking ambush, how WWE officials responded, and what this means for both Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair moving forward. Let's dive in. The Queen returns. It all began with the long-awaited return of Charlotte Flair. After months away rehabbing a knee injury, Charlotte was scheduled to appear tonight for a special sit-down interview segment on SmackDown. The WWE Universe has been buzzing ever since the announcement, with fans speculating if she was finally ready to re-enter the title scene, or if she was simply here to pass the torch. As the show opened, a teaser video package played highlighting Charlotte's legendary career, her 14 world title reigns, her WrestleMania moments, and her undeniable legacy. The Queen was back. Around the midway point of the show, backstage cameras caught up with Charlotte arriving at the arena. Dressed in a designer black leather jacket and heels, sunglasses on, she looked poised, polished, and ready to reclaim her throne. Kayla Braxton attempted a quick interview in the hallway. Kayla. Charlotte, welcome back. What can we expect from the Queen tonight? Charlotte, smiling confidently, greatness. I built this division, and I didn't come back to watch someone like Tiffany Stratton play dress up with my crown. The tension was already bubbling. And Tiffany, she was watching. Tiffany strikes a nerve. Later in the show, Tiffany Stratton was interviewed by Kathy Kelly just minutes after Charlotte's backstage comments. Wearing her trademark glittery gear and clutching the WWE Women's Championship, Tiffany looked completely unfazed, or so it seemed. Kathy. Tiffany, you just heard what Charlotte Flair had to say. She doesn't seem impressed. Tiffany, smirking, first of all, who invited her back? Wasn't she on vacation in some rehab spa or something? I've been running this division while she was getting pedicures. And second, I'm not impressed by washed-up royalty. This is my era, not hers. Tiffany continued, Charlotte Flair is the past. And I don't need a throne, I already run the whole damn kingdom. That quote would become infamous by the end of the night. The setup. As SmackDown rolled on, we got more footage showing Charlotte backstage preparing for her big interview segment later that night. Producers, camera crew, and even other superstars walked past her, greeting her and showing respect. But there was one thing that felt off. As Charlotte turned the corner into her dressing room, the camera briefly caught a shadow moving behind some crates. At the time, nothing seemed wrong. But in hindsight, that was Tiffany Stratton, stalking her prey. The attack. Then came the moment that changed everything. As the camera cut back to Charlotte's private dressing room segment, the interview was just about to begin. She sat down, microphone in hand, ready to speak to the WWE Universe for the first time in months. But just as the first question was asked, boom. Tiffany Stratton burst through the dressing room door with a steel chair in hand and struck Charlotte across the back in a blindside attack. Charlotte fell forward in agony. Screams erupted from backstage crew members as chaos ensued. Tiffany wasn't done. She grabbed Charlotte by the hair and slammed her into the mirror, shattering glass everywhere. Tiffany, yelling, "You don't belong here anymore. This is my show now." Charlotte tried to fight back, throwing forearms and reaching for the chair. But Tiffany countered with a vicious knee to the face, busting Charlotte's lip open. Security and referees rushed in, but Tiffany kept attacking, stomping Charlotte repeatedly and shouting, "Go back home, Queen. Crawl back to your little castle." The scene was pure mayhem. WWE officials finally restrained Tiffany and dragged her away, screaming and resisting. Charlotte lay unconscious, bloodied and barely moving. Aftermath and reaction. SmackDown immediately cut to commercial. And when the show returned, Michael Cole's voice was somber as he explained what had just occurred. Michael Cole. Ladies and gentlemen, we are being told that Charlotte Flair has been taken to a local medical facility for evaluation after what can only be described as a heinous, unprovoked assault by Tiffany Stratton. Footage was later shown of Charlotte being stretchered out of the arena. Her face was bruised. EMTs tended to her as other superstars watched in stunned silence. Meanwhile, Tiffany Stratton was seen leaving the building with security surrounding her. She wasn't remorseful. In fact, she laughed. Tiffany. She wanted to come for my spotlight. Well, now she's seeing stars. Backstage sources say Triple H was furious. And several wrestlers, including Bayley and Bianca Belair, were seen confronting WWE officials, demanding something be done. WWE.com breaking news. Within the hour, WWE.com posted a breaking news article confirming that Charlotte Flair had suffered a mild concussion and facial lacerations. While not life-threatening, the injuries could keep her out of action for several weeks. The article ended with a powerful statement from WWE's chief content officer, Triple H. This type of behavior has no place in WWE. Tiffany Stratton will be held accountable for her actions. But Tiffany responded immediately on her X account, tweeting, "Accountable. I should be rewarded for cleaning up dead weight. #TiffTime. Fans were enraged. Support for Charlotte poured in across social media. But at the same time, others praised Tiffany's unapologetic aggression. Locker room reaction. The fallout backstage was intense. WWE posted exclusive footage of Bianca Belair confronting Tiffany Stratton as she walked through gorilla position. "Bianca. You think that was cute? You think you're tough for blindsiding someone? Try that with me face to face, girl." Tiffany, never one to back down, snapped back. "Don't worry, Bianca, you're next." Even Bayley and Shotzi weighed in during a later SmackDown Fallout segment. Bayley. She disrespected the entire locker room with that stunt. There's a difference between confidence and cowardice. Shotzi. Tiffany's going to learn what happens when you mess with someone like Charlotte Flair. Clearly, the locker room was fired up, and Tiffany was now public enemy number one. What's next? So what's next for the SmackDown Women's division after this shocking attack? WWE has announced an internal investigation into Tiffany Stratton's actions. Rumors are flying about possible fines, suspensions, or even title stripping depending on how things unfold. Meanwhile, Charlotte's medical team has confirmed she'll miss action for the next few weeks, but she intends to return sooner than anyone thinks. And as for Tiffany, she's doubled down. On the SmackDown Lowdown post-show, she said, "Charlotte thought this was her kingdom. Well, I just burned it to the ground. I'm not a queen, I'm an empress of this era. And everyone's gonna bow, whether they like it or not." Could we see Charlotte versus Tiffany at SummerSlam in a career-defining showdown? Or will WWE make her defend her title against a new challenger before